What's happening, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening with everybody? Let's bring in Mike on this Thursday. You see what he does. He hits a like. He's a hard worker. We got Whisper right by my feet, so please excuse me. And the tardiness, I had to postpone for 10 minutes. So I just texted Don Wells. First and foremost, let's get a roll call going. We got to show love for who's in here. Sally, what's happening, Sally? Cammy, what's up? Skunk Ape, what is up? Yes, sir. Be like Mike. What's up, Skunky? Arctic, what's happening, Arctic? Arctic True Crime is in the house. Innocent until proven guilty. What is happening? Boy, I wish people who left comments understood your screen name. Dolly, what's going on, Dolly? The real Dolly of YouTube. The real Dolly is in the house. Selena, what's happening? Carol Smith is in the house. She's very pissed off. She about flew down to Florida to pull up on Bullhorn Betty. We'll get to it in a second because Betty's doing shenanigans. So here's what we have on the zigzag. Here's what we got on the schedule tonight. I figured we will do a couple things. I'm going to catch everybody up on real fast on the YouTube shenanigans, the streets, the drama. Bam, I'm going to talk about the little flyer event that I'm trying to coordinate. We're going to have Don come on and speak about, there's a few things happened in old Rogersville. Okay, Dudley got arrested. Dudley was, for the ones that don't know, Dudley was, that was Don Wells, his personal #1 suspect. This is the guy who used to work with Don Wells. Okay, there's a lot of wrong information on YouTube. Okay, JLR said that they were friends. He made a video. Okay, this is a guy that Don fired for dope. The dude was high as a kite. It's also the guy. It's the guy when the tragedy pimps went up there. They decided that they're gonna stand outside somebody's house, call the parents murderers and whatnot. But then it would be a good idea to call the parents and say, hey, could you meet me for an interview? And so Don ran game. He's like, oh yeah, I'll be at the McDonald's around 7. You know, the one right around the corner. And they got so butthurt about the stand-up that they paid this dude Dudley for an interview, which ended up getting Don fired. So he got arrested for lots of meth. But there's other stuff going on out there, okay? And I'm going to let Don break it down, all right? And then after that, what we're going to do is, if you've been following the channel, okay, or the Summerwells case, you have old Interview Room, the crooked detective himself, that piece of shit, Chris McDonough. We had Web Sleuths hop up on a few lives ago and explain to everybody how he was re-added to the lawsuit that he desperately tries to get out of. Doubles down, makes videos. I made a video, it'll be coming out tomorrow. I caught him red-handed bullshit lies with the Petito case. I called the Petito family myself yesterday and caught him in a lie with that case. But the thing about it is, this guy has been really driving a narrative with the Summerwells case. So I've been telling people, I've dug back to the lawsuit that he denies so bad. Web Sleuths has told people he got re-added to it. I found the actual interrogation videos we're going to review. So a lot to go over. Who else joined the live? What's up, Critter Crime Farms? What's happening? Mama Bear is in the house. So yeah, we're going to stay on. We will stay on course with the schedule. So we're going to do, I'm going to catch everybody up on the YouTube shenanigans, the event that me and Noel are trying to create. Don will join us when he's driving right now. So when he joins, he joins. Mods, please get my attention. If you have my phone number, moderators, call it if I don't see him in the chat. All right, really quick, not to get off topic, but I'm sure you've heard this by now. There was a judge that said, hey, look, man, there will be no releasing of the audio in this case. Betty decided it would be a great idea if she live streamed it. And Let's see what we have here to show. Alrighty. Says users of the court audio streaming service are reminded of the general prohibition against photographing, recording, and rebroadcasting of court proceedings, including those held by telephone or video conference. See California rule, blah, blah, blah. Any recording of a court proceeding is absolutely prohibited without a court order. Violation of this order of the court is punishable by contempt of procedure. Now, I don't know who remembers this, but when the Adventures with Purpose first court date came out, we had a similar thing with this with the judge. And of all people, Mill came out and blasted YouTubers for streaming the court hearing. Okay, I don't know. People are talking about this may be a mistrial because of this. I don't really know. Personally, man, I never stream court hearings, trials. I think it's lazy. I think it's just like the laziest content you can do. It's just not my thing. I do understand people enjoy it. Sometimes big cases, if you follow it, you do want to watch that, so I get it. And nothing against people that do that. But myself, I never do that. I want to show one more thing. The lovely damaged goods is in the house. One more thing pertaining to this. Okay, you guys can see it. Let's go here. Kern County Superior Court working to remove illegal online audio postings of the West trial. The Kern County Court is working to remove illegal postings of the audio in the Trezell and Jacqueline West trial for online platforms. So, Mama Bear, so. Live audio of proceedings in the murder trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West are available through the court's website, but any rebroadcasting, republication, or streaming of the procedures on other platforms are against a court order and illegal. Bam. I'm not going to read the rest. I'll drop this in the chat is what I'll do. This came from my mod, Carol, who is very, very interested in this case. She's been following it a long time, and she is not with any of the Tragedy Pimps shenanigans. Shout out to Carol. She's also responsible for many videos I've made. At least I give her credit. A lot of YouTubers get a lot of their information from their followers, in case you didn't know. I have no problem saying that. It's not the ego thing over here. I appreciate my mods and the information I get. Thank you. If I haven't told you that personally, let me take the time now to do it. Checking convictions. What's up? I dropped the link. What's up, Christina? Cumrag is in the house. Moderator who sent us a Cumrag, one of the coolest gifts ever gotten. We love her. She will never be smeared on these streets, no matter who has tried to smear her. We have always seen through it, and that's just for me and her to know. And Noel. Chi-Chi's in the house. Long time no see. I'm glad you're feeling better. I am glad you are in the chat. Chi-Chi, I'm glad that you're here. I'll personally tell you, the moron, T. Kelly, tried to attempt to do a privacy strike on me. I karate chopped it and threw it back into her face. So it's funny that that happened because let her tell it. I had all the information wrong. Well, I can't tell if you're jumping through hurdles to get the thing down. I thought you enjoyed that. All right. We don't have Don yet. Not a problem. The Summerwells flyer event. I made a short, I think it was yesterday. This is something sporadic that I came up with, and it's nothing set in the stone. Here's the thing, people. I made a post and I made a short. I'm thinking about going up there to hand flyers out. I'm not going to do what every other YouTuber did, which is the exact formula. This is what they all do. They all contact Don and Candace and say, we want to set up a search team. We want to do a search team. And they all want to search right around the house, as if like multiple agencies missed anything right around the house. Nobody has any thought process, anything different. Nerdy Addict, when Don was on last, had a good idea. He was asking for data and this and that. He wanted to fly some drones in a different area away from the house. Everybody wants to go to the house. They're doing it for clout. I mean, they're doing it for clout. You see Dolly, he's jumping in the thing with scuba diving. It's just like, why is everybody searching the same spot? I mean, so if we did go out there, it'd be a flyer event, because multiple people have used this platform to lie and say that they've mailed Don and Candace all these flyers. They've never done that. They grifted for the money and got the money and told their subscribers that they mailed all these flyers. It never happened. So it's just a brainstorming thing right now. I want to know, if I do go out there, will people join us? I don't know where everyone's located. Not everybody, but some people. That would be a cool thing. At the very least, me and Noel are going to print out a bunch of flyers, and if we can't go out there, then I'm going to have a subscriber or somebody do a Facebook group, something, and we're going to organize a flyer event for the family on us. I'm not asking you for a dime. We're going to provide it all at the very least. So that's kind of what is going on with that. Let me call Donald and see where he's at. And I will show you the picture right quick of this dude. I'm sure you've seen it on the streets if you've been scrolling, but in case you haven't. Oh, before I show you that, so being friends with Don and Candace, here's what you get. Daisy, if you're still in here, you'll probably understand this. Look at this lady. This lady sends me a message. I have no idea who she is. Sends me a request that says, "You're a murderer." So now, in this lady's head, now I am responsible for Summer's disappearance. Or even worse, I did the ultimate sin. I mean, what planet are people on? I mean, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much, people. Where is that picture? Babe, can you Twitter DM me a picture of the stuff we got from Donald? Why I call him. Just like two of the pics. If anything, nah, just make sure his number is cropped out and all that good stuff. If anything, maybe we'll just do a phone call thing. Might be easier for him, y'all. What's up, Mike? He's got me with that like 10 times. He's got one of them little slick where you're talking to yourself. Okay, give him a second. I know he is working. But he did, a matter of fact, what he did tell me when I called him earlier was he's driving from A to B. And that's the only holdup. Okay, so this is here goes Dudley. This was okay. I missed a key point here. Back to Dudley. Dudley was arrested for 4 Schedule II drug violations. This guy was fired. The next day, Summer went missing. The next day. Don Wells fired him. The next day, Summer went missing. Problem is, with the police, he does have X amount of alibis. But Don told me, like, and I'm talking to the parents right now, or the grandparents that are watching. He told me he had a gut feeling. Okay, this guy had something to do with it. Okay, that's a lot said right there. A lot said. Let's put him on the screen. I'll call Don back in a second because I wanted him to tell the second part of what's going on. Here he is, age 43, $1.95. And I did talk to Don about, he was explaining when he fired him, and the dude kind of just bugged out on him, to be honest with you. Sullivan County Jail. Yeah, he bugged out on him. It was weird. It was weird how it went down. It was weird. Dude bugged out. I mean, you'd have to understand like drywall and mud, but the dude, it's weird. Don made mud for him, and he bugged out. Like, why are you making my mud? That's like a favor. It'd be like saying if you're doing an assembly line, and I did my job and yours, you get mad at me. No, you just got a quick break.
You got my voicemail.
Give him a text. See if he's getting. Might be the area. We'll give him a second. Wife boy, did you show Don that other info I sent to you on the other person? Not yet. I will. He's dealing with a lot because there's more stuff happening. There's more arrest out there where he's at. And I wanted him to tell it. And I also wanted him to kind of emphasize on the guy Dudley. I could tell you that he had a gut feeling and stuff, but coming from him, it just comes off different. And that just goes to the parents and grandparents out there. I will tell you this. Shout out to Miss Erin. I did a video with Don a few weeks ago, and it was in response to this lady, Miss Erin, Christian lady. There he goes. Hey, what's up, Bubba?
Hey, sorry about that. I'm on the phone with my boss.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Are you driving? I'm live right now. I'm live. Are you?
They're taking me out to.
I'm live right now. I'm live.
To the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to just talk? You don't have to hit a link. You can just talk. I'll get the Bluetooth. It'll be easier that way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what I want to say.
I wanted you. So I already talked about. I don't know how much time, so we'll just wrap it. I already talked about Dudley and how he was kind of your main suspect.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Is your boss right there?
My wife just got here.
All right, here,
What was on Margie?
Don.
But
I already spoke on Dudley. The other, can you just give a quick breakdown on the other stuff that happened, and that's it. I'll let you go enjoy your dinner.
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is, you know, what someone sent me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know all the details. And I'm just. I think I better hold off for now.
All right.
Wait.
No problem.
Because I'm just afraid. You know how. Yeah.
No problem. No. Listen. Better off said.
Yeah.
It's better off not said than said. I understand. Okay. Real fast. I'll let you go. Tell Kansas we send love. Dudley.
Okay.
Dudley had how many alibis?
What's that?
How many alibis did Dudley have?
Oh, I mean, he does have they said that he has the police said people seen him there, you know, at his house at the time of some of his parents, but other than that, you have to have. I can't hear when you're talking.
All right. Hey, look. Y'all go enjoy. Your boss taking you out to eat. You enjoy it, man.
Yeah, let's let the dust settle a little bit, and then we'll talk about it. I just got.
Look, you got a lot going on right now. It's fine. We probably rushed it.
Yes, sir.
No problem, bro.
Yes,
Do your thing.
I appreciate it, buddy. I'm sorry. We'll figure out something.
No sweat.
I think I better wait a while before I don't even know if I want to use it.
Hey, look.
You know what I mean?
Look, it's better off not said than said some things. It's not that big of a deal. Go enjoy your night. Go enjoy your dinner. Tell
Right.
Candace we send love, and no problem. All right.
All right. I mean, I think it would be somewhat okay, that me and you talk, and stuff, but I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well, I
kind of.
appreciate it, buddy. Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.
All right. So, here's the thing. Damn it. Before I called him, when speaking to Dudley, he told me about the gut feeling and this and that. There was something else that happened. Who's in the chat and what's going on? Is Critter still in the chat? Someone else got arrested up there, okay? And he was breaking it down. Who else got arrested? Here, I'm gonna drop the link for Farm. Something else went on, and he did tell me that he had a lot of feelings about it and thoughts about it, but I'm never gonna tell people to say things that uh, shouldn't be said, and not because it's gonna hurt them, because there's some things that you need in the clutch. And I do want to take this moment to kind of apologize to Cam. There was a little bit back, a couple weeks back, I made a video, and I did not mean for it to come off that Cam burnt Don and Candace about this footprint thing. Okay, I didn't mean that. Okay, but I did say that. But what was said, and this is exactly the same situation. Cam been working with the private investigators since day one, and he said something that wasn't said to the public yet. It's nothing that's going to hurt the family, okay? But it's better off not said, because there's so much hate towards them, and these YouTubers will clutch onto it and just drive conspiracy nonsense. So sometimes things are better not said than said. So I do want I have no problem with Cam. He's been helping this family a long time before me. If that's how it came off, I apologize. But that's exactly what I'm talking about with the other situation. Is she gonna hit the link? All those creators making false accusations against the Wells. What's up, Ryan and Shine? I've been trying to get him to get a lawyer for about strong 3 weeks now. Look, man, I got PDF cease and desists. It's very easy, man. Those do hold weight on YouTube. And a lot of these creators, when they went up there, they signed non-disclosures. You have a non-disclosure break. Look, that's what they just arrested Trump for that, okay? Given that whole situation is a whole different story, but you break a non-disclosure, hey, that's legal. It's legally wrong. And then if you serve the cease and desist, on top of that, man, look here. All right. What's happening?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, this is innocent until proven guilty. What's happening? Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's critters. It's critters. I got the wrong. What's up? Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Um,
What else happened up there this week?
well, there was some arrests today, and one of them was Ricky Crawford,
There you go.
Marlena's brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what
And
do we know about that? Oh, Aaron,
yeah,
Miss Aaron, how you doing, Miss Aaron? I was just talking about you. Hold on, Miss Aaron, give me a second. Sorry, critters. Go ahead.
it's okay. I there's some more stuff to it. I don't want Don or Candace to get upset with me, so
I want to show
maybe
you how I'm making tens of thousands of dollars per week.
My bad again. Go ahead.
maybe if Don talks to you first about it, but you know, uh Don, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get Don upset at me or Candace want it if they don't want it out there. You know what I mean? But
I
you
completely
know,
understand what you're saying. I completely
he he's somebody, in my opinion, that's my opinion, to be looked at. Um, and then maybe you and Don can talk it over, and if he wants to come out with more about it. But Dudley definitely is high on that list, and Christine, the girl that is on my YouTube channel with me, she does a lot of research. She went back and did Dudley's interview and caught that Dudley kept saying um like they set me up for the kill, man. They set me up for the kill and stuff. And she thought that was really suspicious. Um that he kept saying that. And I don't know. There's just something about Candace said she didn't. She said it on Chris M, so I'm okay to say it on here now. But she said
Right.
that when Dudley came up there that time, uh, that she didn't like the way he looked at Summer. You know, she
Really.
said she was very uncomfortable the way that he looked at her. So you know, it's definitely something to look into that I feel like TBI needs to look more into. You know, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I was actually going to talk about this tonight on my live, but I don't want to talk about the other one until Dawn and Candace feels comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up.
Pandrew, you hit the link, Pandrew. You're welcome to come up, but you're not going to yell and disrespect people and yell over this woman when she's talking. So if you want the link, it's all yours.
Oh, Andrew's been on my lives before.
Pandrew, you jumped off the live? Sorry, Critter Farm, this has to be said. Pandrew, there's a video of you. You have kids in the background. They get out the shower and ask you for a towel, and you tell them to go over there and air dry. You tell them to go over there and air dry. You don't have a clean towel in the house. Dude, never, never say my name, dude. That you are complete scumbaggery, bro. You don't have a towel, a clean towel for the go air dry like daddy does. In your comments, I never seen people wanting to call CPS more in my life. What makes you think we are friends or I am friendly? What makes you think that? I know your relationship with them, and it's nothing. It is literally nothing. Don't click my link. Go to the laundromat. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I just think that there's just so many people out there that that they need to be looked into a little further. Uh, than I think we all can agree that whoever was the person that took Summer knew her very well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. I think it leans that way. But when that's said, um, I mean, it could also be who knows? I mean, who
Yeah,
knows? That's the problem.
right,
I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying, 100%. But
right.
when that's said, it's just I read these comments. Did you see that picture I put up where someone called me a murderer?
Yeah, yeah. Oh
How
yeah,
weird!
I've been
How
like,
weird is that?
you're gonna get attacked. I've been attacked horrifically. I've been doxxed. My people on my channel has been doxxed. Their work has been called, trying to get them fired. You name
I've
it.
had all that done to me 10 times.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
just. This is evil. Evil. YouTube can be a pretty evil place
Let me
at
give you a
times.
hint for the job thing. So when you know they're about to call your job, this is what I
Uh
did one time, and it always worked from there on out. I told my
huh.
boss, and then I'm like, look, dude, if you puss out, if they get you to nut up, I'm gonna make a YouTube video about you. And that got him more mad. So
Yeah.
so that's how you got to treat that situation. But I don't
Yeah.
even sweat that stuff anymore. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I appreciate you jumping up. As far as you clarifying the second part and what he was going to say, I did talk to him before about the Dudley situation and what you said when you jumped on here. And he thought it was smart to think about what he said. And when I called him, it sounds like his boss is taking him out to eat. He's got Candace, they're in the car.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I think that's actually good. I'm not
Yes.
gonna push people to say things maybe they should think to say on or should
Well,
you know
I do
do
want to say
that.
this. Knowing Candace, I've got pretty close to Candace. She stayed with me on Easter. Candace is a very private person, and she doesn't say a lot about the case on YouTube because she doesn't want to. Somebody could be out there listening, that has Summer, and she doesn't want it all out there. You know what I mean? And
That's an excellent point of what you just said. I want to say something about that. I had a
mhm,
person come on the live at the very end that I did this on. Had Don answering questions. Nobody
uh-huh,
showed up, but I had a person at the very end. And this person was a subscriber of mine, a very good supporter of mine. She's never took the
uh-huh.
link before. But the problem was she hit the link and she was asking very personal questions about Summer. What
Yes.
what favorite ice cream? What is the dancing moves? All these
Uh-huh,
things.
uh-huh,
And I kicked her off without saying anything. And my wife came back on that she
uh-huh,
can't hold water, and that's fine, bless her heart. But yes, but she was like, look, that's you're being sideways, disrespectful. But here's the end to that. If somebody has her,
mhm.
okay, the last thing that you want is them knowing what her favorite ice cream is, what
Yeah.
movies she loves, all her favorite little detailed things, because
Uh-huh.
Noelle explained this very good, and this is all credit to her. If somebody has her and they're like, there's a situation. I'm just painting a picture here, people,
Uh-huh.
where hey, I want to go home now. Oh, just a couple more weeks. I got this ice cream. I got this movie. You're feeding the person, and they're on top of that, they're probably watching YouTube and laughing
Right.
and laughing because that's the sad part about this whole thing. It's disturbing, really.
Yes, it is.
You
And
know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
and poor Don is being so tormented just thinking about what ifs, him and
Of
Candace
course.
both. And a lot of people, I get so aggravated because people come at me and come at you, I guess, and say, oh, well, Don and Candace don't want to answer questions. Oh, that's such a lie because Don said for almost he has spent hours over on my channel answering questions. I mean, in fact, Prayer Garden came up and asked him for almost a whole live of mine questions, and he answered every one of them. You
I've
know.
never, I've never asked that guy a question on the phone.
Hmm.
He's never said, gave me a stall, a stutter, or didn't answer. I think the problem is,
Yeah.
it's people. Look, these YouTubers that base their channel all about the hate on them. If
Uh
you look
huh.
their channels up on Social Blade or one of these websites, their channels suck. Their
Yeah.
channel is not going anywhere. It's very stagnant. It's not growing. And this is a way for them not to get a haircut. This is a way for them not, it's just it's just what they can do for content. I mean, it's easy for me to see, but other people see it, and appreciate you sticking with them. Did I lose you?
Hello.
Oh, you're here. You're good there.
Am I still here?
You're good. Just
Okay.
Don has been so open even to his demise. Miss Erin, would you like to hit a link? You're more than welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Um.
Acting, so she may or may not. I'm not sure, but I told her you might call her up.
Uh, if you, Miss Erin, you want to hop on for a couple minutes, I know you're packing, but you're more than welcome to. Let me do this, Miss Erin. I'm gonna send this to you a different way because I don't want people like Andrew getting the link. That guy talks to women like dog shit. Excuse my language. That's nothing if he gets on here. I don't want him near somebody who's Christian and has a church life. Let me. I'm gonna send this to you. Will you text it to her? Yeah, going to you on Twitter.
Yeah, do it. It's fine.
Um. I don't know if you've seen this or not, White Boy, but did you see when Doug them things come up on my panel when Candace was up there?
I didn't, but I heard all about it. I have about 4 mods in this chat right now that told me all about it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I work.
Oh yeah.
I try to catch what I can, but I like to make parodies and stuff. So I also kind of keep up with the YouTube streets, and I listen to all types of stuff on YouTube. A lot of political stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
I make my day go by through YouTube. I didn't watch it. Here's the wrap up. What I heard. I have good mods, and they all understand YouTube very well. I heard
Uh-huh.
that you had Candace up there, and you just hanging out, just talking. Doug hit the link, and he kept going on these bandage questions. And
Actually, Candace asked him to come up and talk to her.
oh, really?
And yeah, she said,
Okay.
"Come up, Doug." And she was going to talk to him. He had a open platform. I never said nothing. I sit back and let him ask his questions. And she was going to answer him, but he came at her very condescending, very mean, just trying to trick her up, and she just wasn't going to have it, and I don't blame her. She was going to talk to him. She was going to answer his questions, but it was just so like he had a chance. Like people say, "Oh, well, they don't want to talk." Well, yes, they do, but if you come at them mean and condescending, they're not going to talk to you, you know?
Yes.
And that's what happened. She actually asked him, "Come up, Doug. I'll talk to you." And she even lost service and came back,
So can I
you
ask you
know?
this?
And
When she jumped
uh-huh.
off, was that a frustration, or
Hmm.
uh, because I already know how YouTube goes? What I heard is she jumped off. Um,
Uh-huh.
and I do know her connection sucks because I've been on your panel before, and she didn't jump off, but it's like she got kicked out and then came back on. But
Yeah.
people say that, was she dodging a question, or she just jumped off for her own
She
reason?
she she lost service twice. She come
Okay,
up the second
makes
time.
sense.
And the third time she lost service, and I guess she just thought, well, I'm not going to come up there and him treat me like that, because he made a big ordeal about the damn brace. Like, what kind of brace was it? How'd you put it on? He wouldn't even give her a chance to, Chris McDonough trick, wouldn't even give
Exactly.
her a chance to answer the first question. And like, I don't blame her. If somebody comes at me like that, I'm going to say the hell with them too. And so she lost service, and I guess she kind of thought, well, I'm not going to go back up there if he's going to act like that. And I don't blame
Hey,
her.
absolutely. Because look, I'm all right with Doug, man. Always have been. Up until me talking to
Me
Don and
too.
stuff, we've always been pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
I even reached out to him about it when because
Yeah.
I felt as though this is exactly what I told Doug. I felt as though he
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily agree with us. He has a different point
Right.
of view. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. It's
Right.
perfectly healthy. But if you attack, and smear, that's where I'm gonna defend them, like the
Yeah.
lab or the interview room. Okay, where
Yeah.
where, where they've really driven a narrative, not like joking. They don't have the same view for us, and they throw some jokes in. That's not what I'm talking about. There's plenty
Right.
of
Right. Right.
YouTubers that don't hold our view, which is fine.
Right.
It's healthy. But so I told him that, and then we had a little mishap after that. I still don't
Uh-huh.
really have an issue with them.
No, I don't either.
I don't know. There's a lot of YouTubers that hold a different view, but they hold
Yeah.
themselves to a different standard and not really drive a narrative. Give you an example.
Yeah.
And I've tried to tell Don, he's been doing a very good job at this. Stop going on these people's channels because they're going to take your words and twist it. And
Yes.
he's been doing a good job at just that.
Right.
I don't know how long you've talked to him or what you guys talk about, but were you able to peep that they're not that hip on social media as far as like how this thing goes?
Oh yeah, I used to be. Well, I started out being pro Candace and Don. Then I started doing lives, and I fell into the whole haters club. And then I
Thank
started
you, Lisa.
talking to them, and I realized, hey, you know, They don't know where Summer's at. Somebody came up there and took that baby. And we first started being friends with Don, and then he introduced us to Candace, and we just kind of bonded. And you know, there's just been so many lies that I've seen, and I'm sure you have since you've been talking to Don. Knew all the lies that people make up, just random lies about them. Like, even about me, one person said, "Oh well, Daisy tried to get Don to go to the Steve Wilkos show." No, Daisy never did. I don't even care about Steve Wilkos. I have never in my
Who said
life
that
asked.
one? Who said that one? See, I'll make parody. If they said some dumbass shit like that, I kind of wish they did, because
Who
I
do
would
you
just make a
think?
parody and
Who do
roast
you
them.
think gives me hell? Prayer Garden.
That lady is. Listen, when Don told her off, which he should have,
Uh
then
huh.
she didn't go live for X amount of time, correct? If she's
Do
back
what
now,
now? No, I don't. I don't know what happened to Prayer Garden. I don't wish anything bad on Prayer Garden, but she's gave me hell, no doubt.
yeah.
And just a lot of things. Just a lot of crazy stuff that's just not true that people say about Don and Candace that I know now that I've talked to them that is not true. And you
Oh yeah,
know,
yeah. You
it's
can watch. It becomes difficult because I talked to him, and I know you've been talking to them even longer than I have. I'm sure there's many conversations you've had where you've been told things not for the internet, and it doesn't put
yeah,
them in a bad spot. But as someone that's loyal, you respect people's privacy, and
exactly. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
nothing like major or anything. But a lot of those instances, I think if I was to say something, I could really break a lot of these narratives. But I don't, and I'm not gonna. But you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, I appreciate you hopping on. I'm gonna rip into the main one here, Chris McDonough, break down his thing.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me up.
Hey, not a problem, not a problem. Anytime.
All right. Bye bye.
Laters. All right, as far as Prayer Garden goes, Swear Garden of Canada, my advice to you is, lady, look, you can't be sending cooter shots past 55. You can't be sending cooter shots.
I'm still gonna send you.
You can't be sending cooter shots at past 55, lady. Looking like a mud flat.
Watch.
Looks
I'm
like a
gonna be
Quiznos.
70 sending you vagina
Looking
shots.
like a Quiznos #5 roast beef sandwich. You can't be doing that, not Swear Garden. You just can't be doing that stuff. It's just not a good look. Any which way you send it, angle it, crop it. Alrighty. Is it dirty? What's it smell like is the mystery. What do you think it smells like? I'm betting like a wet snail. Like a wet snail. I came late. Who is this guy? Somebody tell me. Catch up quick. Somebody give this person a timeout. Somebody give Molly. Somebody. They get a timeout. They get a timeout. Alrighty. Pandrew will not be joining us. And what I said was true. Pandrew's haircut, very interesting. Very interesting. It looks like I don't know what the hell that is. If you just look at Pandrew, his whole setup, he not only did he not have clean towels it sounded like a girl, could have been a boy, I don't know, very young. They jump out the shower, they say, hey, can I give me a towel? He says, no, go over there and air dry like daddy, or like I do. Very weird. Okay, you don't have a couple quarters for the laundromat, but you have every single time you go live, you have a 2 liter of freaking Mountain Dew in your cigarettes. You have money for that all the time, all the time. But this dude, he reminds me of like any dude that do construction in the house. He reminds me of the guy like when it's break time and you're going to the store or something. You tell the guy at work, hey bro, you want to go to the store? It's lunch, and he just looks at you. He's like, nah, straight. I'm just gonna smoke my lunch. Like he's like the epitome of white trash, like the epitome of junkie. And look, shout out to my people in recovery. Shout out to I mean, it's just unreal. The guy makes like At White Boy Radio, I'm calling you out. At White Boy Radio. He made like 15 lives. So I jumped up. I'm like, I jump on the live. I got booted, and blocked, literally within a minute. I jump on the live. First thing I said, who's the kids in the background? Because I know about the video. He gives me a spiel. Oh, this is my live and my rules. Let me rewind you. His whole caring grievance is the last time I had Don Wells on here, he was very upset because just like the person that came in here and says, hey, I'm late, somebody catch me up. I said, somebody give them a timeout. I don't know his podcast. Andrew's podcast is called the Moist Podcast. What's moist? What's moist? The snail? But I said, hey, somebody give them a timeout. So he made all these tags. So I jump up there. I'm like, what's the kids? He goes, it's my chat and my rules. I said, okay. I said, what is your caring grievance about? He goes, the other night when I was in your chat, you gave me a timeout. You know what I said? It's my chat and my rules. Banned, blocked, and booted. Banned, blocked, and booted for that. Get your clout chasing bitch ass up out of here. All right, so we're gonna go to Grind and Shine. What's happening, bro? I didn't see you. Hello, Paula, Nora, Any Patch. What's going on? We do have her modded, correct? What's up, Any Patch? I didn't see you. All right. So what I want to show you next, I did talk about the Petito case, me calling the Petito family. That video will be dropping tomorrow. It is me calling the Petito family on Chris McDonough. It's crazy how I found this. I had this live set up, and I wanted to find the old interrogation videos. After Web Sleuth came up and said what she said, I wanted, because the minions of the interview room are, they're just like Marissa's. No, that never happened. Yeah, it did happen. No, I didn't do it. Well, now I'm going to shove it down your throat until you see it. But as I'm searching for the interview room interrogation videos, isn't that ironic? The interview room, I came across a channel, a YouTube guy who was a politician in New York who doesn't like bullies and doesn't like abuse of power. Well, boy, that sounds like somebody we know. I click on this guy's videos, and he breaks down a lot of the interview room shenanigans. But he came to a point where he had a very strong point, and the guy was right. But I took that segment out, picked the phone up, called the Petitos, and bam, caught him red-handed. So this is a trend with Chris McDonough. This is a trend. It's funny because these people, him and the lab, they gang up on Don. One of the lab, he doesn't clap back that much. He's tried to. He's horrendous at it. And we know from Jenny that he's very, he watches all the drama stuff. Now, he won't portray him stuff too, but we know he does. And Victoria, shout out to my romance scam survivors. But one of his only clapbacks is, he called me a racist. Okay, I love taking everything these morons say when they try to gaslight you and just flip it around 180 it and shove it right up your asshole. So we're going to pretend here. So Josh called me a racist. So we're going to pretend that Chris McDonough was sued by a family, okay, for minors. We're going to pretend that his whole career, he didn't do any of that to black people or brown people. We're going to pretend that? Is that the games that we're playing now as adults?
I like it.
Yeah, we're not. Let's get real. If you do that to a minor, multiple minors. But anyway, enough talking. Hit the comments, and we're gonna check out these videos. And then so that video that I'm speaking about will drop tomorrow. Another thing that he said when I had Don on the live, Don jumped in the lab's comments and said, "Hey, go to White Boy's channel, be there or be square." 7 o'clock. The lab, Chris McDonough says, "I won't go on a criminal's live." I appreciate that, Chris. You just alienated your audience. See, I answer my comments. I know my subscribers go through grief. I know they go through addiction. And the data says 1 in 6 Americans deal with incarceration. So as you sit on your throne, like a coward that you are, I'm going to shove it right up your ass. Like the convict that I am. Because, you know, I've been in there with all the dudes and stuff. Alrighty, so let's get into it, guys. Where to start? Chris McDonough, get your bitch ass out of here. Is Miss Aaron coming up? Get your bitch ass up out of here. Is this the? What is this? What do we got here? Okay, here we go.
Radio show to defend his role in the interrogation process.
I did not wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and sit down and say, you know.
Welcome to the Rick Roberts Show.
On the same day the case is dismissed, Detective Chris McDonough calls into this radio show to defend his role in the interrogation process.
I did not wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and sit down and say, you know what, today's the day I'm going to plant and frame Joshua Treadway for murder.
Well, I don't think that
ridiculous.
anybody, Detective McDonough, I don't think anybody is saying that this is born of hostility rather than stupidity.
If I may finish, secondarily, on top of that, videotape it at the same time. It's ridiculous. I am in a job to bring justice to that family, but I'm also in a job to bring justice to Mr. Tuitt if, in fact, he is not the perpetrator.
Do you think those detectives crossed the line in those moments?
What's your definition of crossing the line?
Doing what you're not supposed to in an interrogation.
I don't think it was an intentional thing on their part.
Never confessed. He just gave the police what he thought they wanted to hear.
I think the Escondido Police Department acted within the scope of their responsibilities, absolutely.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
I think not being there, so I don't know what they were thinking, so I'm not going to, guess.
Before giving the truth verification.
Carol, look, I'm reading your comments now, Carol. Listen, I joke around and call you #1 sleuth for a reason. And you know that. It'll start and end right here on the live. What you can do for me that I would really appreciate, anybody for that matter, is I have already been in contact with a lot of prison channels. Before I started doing true crime, I came from the prison genre. Okay, I was one of the good channels over there doing prison content. I'm trying to team up with some of the prison guys out of California. Okay, you cannot tell me, it's a small world, people, that here on YouTube we can't find somebody that this scumbag. You're going to watch this interrogation video. I have a few clips to show you, but you cannot tell me we can't find somebody he sent to prison and did these same games with. Now it doesn't matter if they're in the prison or they're out of the prison. I'm still going to contact them. I just need help to know where to go, who to write, what account to message, and we can get this thing popping. I have a feeling this guy has put a lot of, I want to shove that racist card. And how many, and now if we go down that lane and find that to be true, which we will, How many are black? How many are white? Oceanside, California? Come on, people. I love when YouTubers try to gaslight. It is my favorite fucking hobby in the world. I don't care about Josh. He is a nobody. He has opened the door up to this dude. I'm still gonna stay on his ass because he won't sumo wrestle. He won't do that. He won't do that much. Is what he won't do. He won't do that. I need your help with that.
Test, Detective McDonough actually works together with Michael to formulate the questions.
What are some things we want to learn here, do you think?
If I know who did it, if I did it.
Okay, well let's do that then. Do you know who, let's say, took Stephanie's life?
No.
Okay, would that be a good, fair question?
Yes.
Okay, do you know who took? Do you know how she died?
No.
Soon the test questions are agreed upon, and McDonough asks Michael to sign a form declaring he's about to take the test voluntarily.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
I think not being there, so I don't know what they were thinking, so I'm not going to, guess.
So Michael's interrogation continues. All the while, his parents assume he's being looked after at a children's shelter, unaware he is in police custody.
They just kept grilling him.
All right, I want to clear this up as we go through this, okay? So I initially said that because in Florida this would be illegal. This kid is a minor. I think he's 14. They just said. Somehow, some way, in Oceanside, California, this is not illegal. Or maybe in the 80s when this happened, it wasn't illegal yet. But he questioned this kid without even consent from the parents. He made the kid sign a consent form, which you'll hear in a second. Okay, I don't think you can do that anywhere in the States now. Don't know for sure. So I initially said on a video back that was illegal. Obviously, I was wrong. They cleared up a lot, but I just want people to understand and keep up with the story. I'm going to be commenting, putting them on the screen. Miss Erin, did you want to come up, man? Real fast, rewinding. Miss Erin was is the woman, a Christian woman, very involved in her church. She's actually moving right now. This is the woman that jumped on the lab's chat and was saying, he was like, well, why doesn't Don and Candace work with the police? She's like, yeah, so I've been on the phone with them and literally listened to them call TBI before. He's just like, well, yeah, but what happened was, and he's trying to hit this lady with all these questions, and she's just dead honestly answering them. And he brushes her off as a theory. Here you have somebody who is an actual friend of Don and Candace, a Christian woman. She's done 0 romance scams. She hasn't ripped off anybody on the internet. She's never said on a recording message that she sold weed before. She never said on a recording message that she got robbed for said weed. She never said on a recording message that people were going to shoot up her house for said weed, or she pays $9,000 for an ounce of said weed. None of this. She's never interrogated minors, manipulated and played police tactics on minors to get them to confess to a murder they did not do because a guy later admitted to it and got sued behind it. No. She was never dumb enough to say, there's a blue couch theory, though. No. She's giving her truth, and she was dismissed like a piece of dirt. So I called Don. We did a video about it. It's on the channel. And we're going to have her come on a nice panel and let her speak things so we can learn about what we may not know. Because she wasn't anti-Don and Candace, she was brushed off as a conspiracy person, or whatever was said. Anyway, Miss Erin, you are more than welcome to hit the link if you want to come on, man.
and grilling and grilling. And to think that we were at home, not even knowing he was near the police station. If we would have known, we would have been there.
Now, however, Michael seems almost relieved to be cooperating and submits readily to the voice stress analyzer.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
Are you sitting down? Yeah. Do you know who took Stephanie's life?
Yeah.
Is today Thursday?
Yes.
Did you take Stephanie's life?
No.
8 minutes later, the truth exam is complete.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
Go over these charts and I'll be back here in a couple minutes, okay?
When we come back, what will the voice stress exam reveal?
The voice stress exam is complete bullshit. That's what he did. I just dropped in the chat a link, case law facts about this case. Okay, Crowe versus the County of San Diego. Okay, copy that link, copy and paste it, copy it for your records. Okay, moderators will send me some information. But this voice stress analyzer, I don't know if it's in this video or the next one about the show. Keep in mind, I said something about interviewing a 14-year-old kid without consent of parents. Remember that. And this voice analyzer system, it has such a low accuracy rate. It is insane how low it is. And spoiler alert, he does this to these kids for 4 hours at a time. This interview is 4 hours. That is half the shift. If you have a kid and he has a part-time job, you have to have a break at 4 hours. In this video, or the next one about the show, doesn't let them use the bathroom, doesn't feed them, okay? Treats them like dirt. These are kids, multiple kids.
It is 4 p.m. Thursday, January 22nd, 1998, and 14-year-old Michael Crowe of Escondido, California, is in the midst of a 4-hour interrogation at police headquarters without an attorney or his parents present. His younger sister, Stephanie, was found murdered at home the day before, and investigators suspect Michael may be involved. He has just completed a voice stress exam.
Yeah.
Now, Detective Chris McDonough returns with the results.
I think not being there, so I don't know what they were thinking, so I'm not going to, guess. What did you think? What were your thoughts through the whole thing?
I don't know. Nervous.
Nervous? Okay, let's go over that. What were you nervous about?
I don't know, that it might be wrong.
Okay, in what way?
It might say I did kill Stephanie.
Okay, and why would it say that?
I don't know, because everyone's already treating me like that.
Well, and I can understand your feelings there, okay? I mean, you're 14 and you've been through a lot, okay? But this instrument doesn't know you, does it?
No.
Science is in our favor. Okay, technology's on our side. Okay? I mean, can you understand that?
The detective shows Michael the charts of his performance on the so-called truth exam. They indicate he lied when he answered no to question 12, do you know who took Stephanie's life?
Maybe there's...
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
Something we need to understand about Michael and about your sister that we didn't understand, and maybe somebody could have helped. It's okay. It's okay to feel the way you feel.
All right, really?
Okay,
I don't know. Okay. I don't know why you'd say that. I swear to God, I don't know.
But the police think they know. Their theory on this second day of the investigation is that a very smart, very lonely, and very angry Michael Crowe stabbed his sister to death. His likely motive, a rage-fueled case of sibling rivalry.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
Hold on. Yeah, let me get to the next one. Hold on 1 second. I'm in the comments, y'all. So this next one is way more deeper. Let's get into it. That was, what, 7 minutes? Is that video was? Okay. Okay, what I want to do now is show this. I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. This is, so this is Michael Crowe speaking, okay? Okay, listen to this. I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. Hold on, here we go.
Headlines are everywhere, all day. But for the complete story, count on NBC7 to keep you up to date.
Taking a look at what happens for you folks on the Inland Valley.
And as stories change, our commitment is constant. NBC7 is coverage you count on.
Brother of Stephanie Crowe is on the stand in a downtown courtroom at this hour. The then 12-year-old girl was murdered in her Escondido home 15 years ago. Michael Crowe and 2 of his friends were originally charged with the crime, but their confessions were later thrown out and they were freed.
Richard Tuitt was convicted, but an appeals court overturned that verdict. NBC7's Shireen Tagarobi caught up with Crowe as he waited to go inside the courthouse this morning to testify at Tuitt's retrial. In an exclusive interview, here's what Crowe had to say about having to testify again, specifically in front of the attorney who initially accused him of murder.
It is what it is. If he wants to lie and throw a bunch of BS at a wall and see what sticks, that's his job.
Did you hope that once, Mr. Tuitt was convicted, doing time, you were wrongfully accused in his settlement, did you hope that this was done for you?
Oh, obviously, yeah. Yeah, I think we all.
All right, let me find this other one real fast. Give me 1 second. That was 14 minutes. Is this the one that we watched? Let me see.
When we showed Detective Lou Scarcella the interrogation tape, he was much more familiar with the strategy that...
Got it. Here we go, people. Now, this one's 14 minutes. Let's get through it. This is all the points that I was saying earlier. I want to make sure everybody's on the same point. I will drop this in the chat as well. No problem, Aaron. It's not a problem. We'll link up and we'll get your truth out. I promise you that. I promise you, you will get your truth heard. And you may have, listen, you said a lot of key things when you were on the guy's panel that I'm very interested in. Okay. For him to dismiss you, he's an idiot. You said a lot of things. You said a lot of things that actually sparked conversation of something that earlier in the live I apologized for. You said a lot of key things, which then sparked another channel to say something about something they were working with a private investigator about. And then because I got with Don to do the video for you, in that exact video, I actually accidentally said that this guy burnt Don, which I apologized for earlier in the video. So people picked up on what you were putting down. You going over there, you had no shot in the world because if you weren't ready to say they should burn in hell and be under a prison in a confinement cell with no bond, you don't stand a chance. But you will get the floor over here. Promise you that.
She will definitely open a lot of people's eyes and teach them.
Okay, let's get this video. This video is pretty good, y'all. Let's get into it.
Or perhaps intimidate a suspect. When we showed Detective Lou Scarcella the interrogation tape, he was much more familiar with the strategy than he was with the machine.
I personally thought it was a ruse, using a tool to deceive the individual, which is beautiful as far as I'm concerned. I had no idea what this machine was.
Before giving the truth verification test, Detective McDonough actually works together with Michael to formulate the questions.
What are some things we want to learn here, do you think?
If I know who did it, if I did it.
Okay, well let's do that then. Do you know who, let's say, took Stephanie's life? Yeah. Okay, would that be a good, fair question? Yes. Okay, do you know who took? Do you know how she died? No.
Soon the test questions are agreed upon, and McDonough asks Michael to sign a form declaring he's about to take the test voluntarily.
So you don't realize what's happening. You've now been sucked into a process, and that process is going to roll forward for as long as you let it roll forward.
So Michael's interrogation continues. All the while, his parents assume he's being looked after at a children's shelter, unaware he is in police custody.
They just kept grilling and grilling and grilling. And to think that we were at home, not even knowing he was near the police station. If we would have known, we would have been there.
Now, however, Michael seems almost relieved to be cooperating and submits readily to the voice stress analyzer.
Are you sitting down? Yes. Do you know who took Stephanie's life?
No.
Is today Thursday?
Yes.
Did you take Stephanie's life?
No.
8 minutes later, the truth exam is complete.
Let me go over these charts and I'll be back here in a couple minutes, okay?
When we come back, what will the voice stress exam reveal? It is 4 p.m. Thursday, January 22nd, 1998, and 14-year-old Michael Crowe of Escondido.
So just for the record, what we're watching here on this second video, I posted the links, I posted the videos. This is just Michael. This is just Michael. What happens is his friend is interviewed for 12 hours. They place, this kid is 100% innocent, okay? They're playing good cop, bad cop with multiple minors. They hit him with the old, hey, your buddy told us what you did. Your buddy he already told us what you did. Michael, an innocent kid. Remember, somebody later admitted to the murder. Admitted to the murder. That's why the family was suing this piece of shit. But because they're like, we already know, this kid is so nervous about getting in trouble. He tries to he's a teenager. He tries to outthink the cop and say, okay, I was there, but I didn't do it. He's thinking his friend is like snitching on him. Okay, they're innocent. This is police tactic mind games. The smartest thing you could ever do talking to a cop is say nothing. I want a lawyer. That's it. The more you talk, the more legally you're fucked. But he's a kid. He's a kid. He's a kid.
California is in the midst of a 4-hour interrogation at police headquarters without an attorney or his parents present. His younger sister Stephanie was found murdered at home the day before, and investigators suspect Michael may be involved. He has just completed a voice stress exam. Yes. Now, Detective Chris McDonough returns with the results.
What did you think? What were your thoughts through the whole thing?
I don't know. Nervous.
Nervous? Okay, let's go over that. What were you nervous about?
I don't know, that it might be wrong.
Okay, in what way?
It might say I did kill Stephanie.
Okay, and why would it say that?
I don't know, because everyone's already treating me like that.
Well, and I can understand your feelings there, okay? I mean, you're 14 and you've been through a lot, okay? But this instrument doesn't know you, does it?
No.
Science is in our favor. Okay, technology's on our side. Okay? I mean, can you understand that?
The detective shows Michael the charts of his performance on the so-called truth exam. They indicate he lied when he answered no to question 12, do you know who took Stephanie's life?
Maybe there's something we need to understand about Michael and about your sister that we didn't understand, and maybe somebody could have helped. It's okay. It's okay to feel the way you feel.
I really,
okay,
I don't know. Okay. I don't know why I'd say that. I swear to God, I don't know.
But the police think they know. Their theory on this second day of the investigation is that a very smart, very lonely, and very angry Michael Crowe stabbed his sister to death. His likely motive, a rage-fueled case of sibling rivalry.
I'm looking at you right now, okay? And inside, you're about ready to burst. We can't bring her back. She's gone. Okay? You're fighting it. You're
I don't know what to do anymore.
I understand.
Now I'm being told that I'm lying.
I'm not saying, Michael, I'm not saying that. Have you heard me say that? What if they come back and say to you, Michael, we have your hair?
While the search for truth is at the heart of the interrogation process, the police are not required to tell the truth.
They can use false polygraph lie detector test results to say your polygraph showed you were guilty when that was not the case. And this is all considered legitimate interrogation tactics.
As far as I'm concerned, there are no rules with homicide. No rules. You have to stay within the law. You have to be aware that people have rights, but there are no rules. And yes, we can use deception.
I think many of the American public would be.
So that's another former homicide detective that is adding insight. No rules. No rules. What's up, Denise? What's up, Nora? Let me play this. We're almost through it.
Would be surprised and shocked by this. They're allowed to lie to their suspect. Courts have allowed them to lie.
They say, Michael, we have your hair in her hand. And all of a sudden, you go, now what? I mean, what are you going to do at that point? I mean,
at that point, I would do a complete blank out and get him without knowing it. Because I don't know.
Okay. Hypothetically. Could that have happened?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of.
Like I said, I would have to be completely unaware of it.
This poor kid is completely innocent. Completely innocent. Imagine what's going through his head. His parents don't even know he's here.
Okay. Have you ever blacked out before?
No, never.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
If I knew who did it, you would know. Everyone would know right now.
Okay, why?
Because whoever did it, if I ever find out, I'll hate them forever. I loved her. I loved her deeply.
Soon after, Michael Crowe once again is left alone.
The next thing is to convince the person that their situation is hopeless.
Who is this weirdo in the chat? Marshmallow? What a weirdo. My girlfriend is a predator, huh? Right. My wife is a good wife and a good mom. You are a weirdo that doesn't even, you pick a marshmallow. You need 1-800-TROLL-BETTER or 1-800-FIND a friend. Or you need something. Get your bitch ass up out of here.
They can say that there was evidence found at the scene of the crime, blood, semen, whatever, that points to the suspect.
Now, Ralph Clater, the lead detective on this homicide case, an investigator with 23 years of experience, returns with his...
Wait, let me just pause this one more time. What is this? The attack on wifey tonight? Listen, here's how we're gonna do it. We don't want to. listen, for the females, this is obvious. You obviously hate Don Wells so hard that you're jumping in the chat and attacking wifey. Well, here's the thing. Street Beefs is an online boxing event. Okay, completely legal. Completely legal. They have a women's division, all weight classes. Okay. All you have to do is say, when can I go? I'm ready to sign up. Don't type. Typing, lame. I want to know how much you don't like her. How come I'm not going to see any of those comments?
Tough, less patient style, and more false evidence.
You know, there was a lot of blood. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. You need to stay with me, Michael. It's very difficult for the person who did it not to get blood on them. Yeah. Okay, and not to transfer that blood to other parts of the house. Yeah. We found blood in your room already. God.
You're talking to a 14-year-old kid. Wasn't it possible that the blood did turn up in the room? What is that telling the kid? I better confess to this.
We use processes called. Where'd you find it? Pardon me? Where'd you find the blood? I'm sure you know. What? God, I don't know. I didn't do it. I'll swear to that. Does that mean you can't tell me about the night? What are we talking about? Okay. I don't know what we're talking about. You're 14? Yes. You got your whole life ahead of you, don't you? Yeah.
At that point, he's being, accused of the unthinkable. He's being accused of murdering his own sister. And he's insisting, look, I didn't do it. But they wouldn't take no for an answer.
God. Oh, God. God. Why? You tell me. Why are you doing this to me? If I did this, I don't remember it. I don't remember a thing. And you know what? That's possible.
Like many boys his age, 14-year-old Michael Crowe spent much of his free time playing video games. Very often, perhaps too often, he was alone in his room, absorbed by the violent imagery. On Friday, January 23, 1998, Michael Crowe once again enters the all-too-real world of a murder investigation where he is seen as the demon. With advice from a psychologist, detectives Ralph Clater and Mark Risley confront their teenage suspect with the theory that there may be two Michaels. And now they need the good Michael to help them expose the bad one.
You're a child.
Interesting, she just used the word theory. Did you guys see Whisper? I had her hop up for a second, but she's about 120 pounds of puppy, and she got big old claws. I'm so thankful that you are showing this video. I tried my best to warn everyone about Chris M. when he first came into this case. Hey, look, Too Much Mom. This is just the summerwells thing. I'll be very clear, people. This is not brand new information. A lot of channels have put this out. I don't know who searched for these videos or not. I don't know if this has been shown. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I'm just opening the can of the people. This is the main person. You have to think about this. This is a guy who's been a homicide detective for a long time, had a career about it. It's a big YouTube channel. Every other little exploiting ass little true crime YouTube channels want to suck him off, want to be best friends with this guy. They want to be him. Okay, especially if they're like friends with him, or they're all excited about it. It's like he's like God to them. But he was the one driving this narrative. But understand this. Understand this. Like I said, this might be old news to some. It might be new news to some. Whatever it is, understand this. He's been doing this longer than the Summerwells case. This is him in uniform. Okay? This is him in uniform with minors. Okay? I'm going to show you what he did to the Petitos, and this is Summer's case. Personally, I think this guy's a weirdo. I think he gets off on kids or something like that. I mean, if you look at him, he looks like he smelled 5 or 6 little boys' bicycle seats. I'm just saying, my opinion. I'll be right back. I'm going to play this. I got to get something to drink. Listen, block that person. Who cares about that person? Block. Block and delete.
You're 14 years old. Nobody's going to hold you to the same standards that they would some criminal on the street. Okay? You're going to need some help through this.
One way to get this help, detectives suggest, is for Michael to write a letter to his dead sister asking for her forgiveness.
Outstanding tool. I never used the letter, but I have used other emotional tools.
Tools like this one that tend to ease a suspect's burden of guilt. Left alone in the interrogation room for the next 24 minutes, here is some of what Michael Crowe writes to the sister the police believe he killed. Dear Stephanie, they are putting me through hell, and I think that's what I deserve. If I did do this, then I am insane. The only way I know I did is because they told me I did. I want you to know that I was not myself when I did this. When detectives Clater and Risley return, they focus on the words in Michael's letter that, for the very first time, speak of his guilt. They push him for...
Okay, I walked away. Here's where, so obviously you heard when I said the way they run the game on him. They're like, hey, look, your friend's telling us everything, kid. And then they make him write a letter, okay? Make him write a letter. It's more manipulation tactics. They want it in written form. It's an admission, okay? Keep in mind, the kid is scared. Somebody admitted to this crime. I believe it was a homeless man. A homeless man went, murdered his sister. He's grieving too. The kid is grieving. He's grieving. His family is stressed out. Stressed out. Let's see what the kid writes in the letter.
Details of the killing, asking him which parts of his sister's body he might have stabbed in order to kill her.
God. It's blessing that I can't remember. Please don't make me.
But making Michael remember is exactly what investigators are here to do. They tell him he faces 2 paths. If he doesn't talk and the case against him is made without his help, he'll go to jail. But if he does provide details, he can expect help in return.
And you have my personal guarantee that the help you need to accept this is going to be forthcoming. That is what the system is geared for. I want to go down that path. No. Cut it out. Cut it out, Mike. Cut it out. Yeah. The reason I'm sounding impatient, Mike, is the 11th hour is rapidly approaching. All this evidence is going to be in. Put a rush on some things that, quite frankly, is going to bury you, my friend. And you need to head that off at the pass. You need to take the step over here first before you're hit with this avalanche.
But at this point, the police do not have any such avalanche of evidence. They're
What's up, Cash Gordon? How are y'all doing? Hey, much respect to you, man, and everybody, can we get a prayer emoji for Cash Gordon, Justice Family, please? Show your respects, and let's get a prayer emoji to them. I'll start it off in the chat. Let's all, you know, let's all send some a prayer emoji. Appreciate you in the chat. Appreciate you very much. I try to do whatever I can. I know there's really some really shitty people involved in YouTube that went out there and pulled scumbaggery stunts in a situation like this video that we're watching, where you yourself are grieving. I really have a real distaste for some of these YouTubers that have done this to you and so many families. If I could do anything for you, anything, please reach out to me and my wife. If I haven't gotten somebody good enough in a parody, please light the fire up under my butt. I really don't like what some of these people have done. I'm not going to sit here and bring it up. I don't know how you dealt with that. I'm not going to rub it in. But please never feel that me and my wife are not a phone call, a DM, an email away. And if there's anything I can do, please reach out and let me know. I'm going to make you a mod while you're in here. We feel bad for the Wells. Hey, you know, they're going through a lot, and it's similar to what went on with you. Unfortunately, and this is really disgusting, but unfortunately, in both these cases, there have been several YouTubers that were involved in the bullshit that they did with you, and they did the bullshit with them. And what really drives me crazy is how people are so blind, how people don't understand that, don't see that, don't know that. I know you have to be so happy about Molly. I know you have to be so happy about Molly. You were the first person I thought about when I found out she got canceled. And but please reach out and let us know if we can help you. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you know, I'm just genuinely talking, and I really mean that.
They're bluffing Michael, and he falls for it.
Like, I have this overwhelming feeling that I killed her, but okay, let's hear. Let me hear about. I don't know why I feel that way. Let me hear about it.
The pressure to get him to talk is working, yet he insists that the only details he can give them are ones he'll.
Okay, Debbie Martin. Noel, come here. Call me. Call me, Noel. You might have been a mod. I'll give you an answer since you asked. It ain't coming from me, though. You know what? I might have took it off on accident now that I think about it. I'm going to get to the bottom of it right now. Noel, where you at? All right, real fast. All right. So the last time I went live, you told me there was, and moderators, if you could hear me, moderators, please leave comments so I could figure this out. I had a live with, when Don was on the live, I had, you told me, because there was so much going on, people were hopping on, calling the phones. You told me that there was a moderator in the chat that they were doing shenanigans. I'm not saying it was her, but I do remember I went to the settings, because what I think happened is somebody made a sock account. Look at the name. Look at the name. Yeah, but I've had a member for a long time. I think I might have canceled both. Debbie Martin is in here. Oh, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah, I know what it was. I did make a mistake. I'm sorry, Debbie. And let me explain it. I figured it out. All right. I got it. Sorry, Debbie. Hate to put you on blast. You did nothing wrong. So last time I was live, I had a mod. I have I have a Debbie Martin. I have a couple Debbie. You were like the third Debbie Martin that is a moderator. Then I have a Debbie Martin that's a moderator. The Debbie Martin is a personal friend of mine. It's different. There's like a couple people that have a very similar name to you. And when I went live with Don, there was moderator shenanigans going on where they were saying spiteful things towards him, and they were a mod. I didn't catch it. Wifey told me afterwards. I'm not saying that you did any of this. And what happened was, and I'm telling you, there's so many similar names. I know you. I commented to you for a long time. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. What happened was I went in afterwards to my settings, and I'm looking, and what I think that I did was, because I comment to you often, and because I've commented to you for a long time, I think that I made you a moderator a long time ago, and then I forgot about it. And then I saw another person with your name thinking that it was you, and I made them a moderator. You see what I'm saying? And then I made the Debbie person a moderator. It was that's what happened, because they were not a member. So let me fix that now. Hope I explained that good enough. But you did nothing wrong if I didn't. Was I bad? No, you weren't bad. You weren't bad at all. All right.
They'll have to make up.
But it will, I'll lie. I'll have to make it up. What's the story, Michael? That night, I'm tired. She couldn't take it anymore, okay? So, I got a knife, went to the room, and I stabbed her.
How many times did you stab her?
And you lie 3 times.
The autopsy report has already shown that Stephanie Crowe was stabbed 8 times.
Tell me what the truth is. So the reason I'm trying to lie here is because you presented me with 2 paths. One, I am just definitely afraid of. I'd rather die than go to jail.
Okay. Where'd you get the knife?
I don't know what I did.
What did you do with the knife afterwards?
I don't know what I do with the knife.
Give me some of these details. Not your hollow lying.
The questioning is now in its 4th hour, but what happens in the next few minutes will prove to be more critical than anything Michael has said so far. The teenager accepts the detective's offer to end the day's session and be taken back to the children's shelter, where he's been staying since his sister's murder 2 days before. While the camera continues to record the empty room, Michael exits with the detectives, who continue talking with him elsewhere in the station house. They tell Michael he is under arrest for killing his sister. According to police, Michael responds flatly, "I thought so. I really didn't like her anyway."
Keep in mind, this poor kid is scared to death. He just got manipulated by a scumbag detective. They told him that his friend snitched on him, okay? Which is another video. On the next live, we're gonna break those down too. So they arrested 2 minors, him and his friend. This kid is so scared. He's thinking he's going to prison for life. In his little minor head, he comes up with a story very fast. He's scared to death. He says, "Oh yeah, I was there, but my friend did it." So he's thinking his friend told on him. He's gonna put himself there, but keep in mind, people, neither one of them did any of this. It is so disgusting. This guy swears this. He swears that his family did not sue him, that he was thrown off the case. But Webb Sleuth brought it to us, and he was re-added. He did get sued. He was a scumbag detective. He took an oath to his community. And since he's been off the force, he's been doing a lot of fuckery in the YouTube streets. I'm going to show you definitely a lie he did in the Petito case. I don't know how that one slipped by me, because I was out there almost every day. But I contacted the Petito family. Definitely a lie. So easy to break down. And then he does the same thing. He doubles down on that too, which I show you. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to show it. It'll be dropping tomorrow in a separate video. But this is the shit. Cash Gurnan's in the chat. Her family went through similar things. Okay, similar things. Not the same as this. Okay, the same as the Wells, the same as this family that you're watching this video on. These YouTubers painted, okay, did horrendous things to the Cash family. Okay, they doubled down on it. Okay, doubled down on it. It's fucked up. It's not right. The shit that they did to that family, if I could, man, I honestly would hurt, physically harm some of these YouTubers if I see them do it. Man, let me play the video, man.
But he and his father insist there's a whole other side to the story.
They took him off camera. He wanted to see us. And what they told him was that your parents, know that you murdered their daughter and they don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. They hate you. We're the only ones that you have now. They bring him back on camera and his demeanor changed.
He seems much calmer, almost relieved, and much more forthcoming.
Because now Michael's trying to please the only people he thinks he has left.
Yeah, she lied to me. She made me feel worthless.
For the first time, the 14-year-old reveals resentment toward his parents and the favoritism they showed the victim, his younger sister Stephanie.
And she was like a threat to me.
So tonight, tears in court today from the brother of Stephanie Crowe, the Escondido girl killed 15 years ago in a crime that rocked the community. Michael Crowe was originally charged with that murder following a botched interrogation that sparked a TV movie. To date, he took the witness stand.
I think we saw that. I'll play it in a minute. This auto played. So that was the interrogation of Michael Crowe. And there's actually a third video. I dropped all the links. We're going to break this down. There's actually a 42-minute video. Now, you guys should definitely watch and watch them a couple times. You should have seen me and Noelle's face when I found these with her the other night. Again, while searching for these, because Don told me on the phone, he's like, bro, there's videos of the interrogation. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I posted them. I'm like, bro, send them to me. What are you doing? He's like, man, I can't get to my old Facebook. He's like, bro, just go on YouTube or go on Google and search it. I'm like, all right. So I started doing it. And that's when I found this other channel. Okay. Wait, and I'll name the channel tomorrow. I specifically did a video just for the Petito case. Okay. But I wanted to tell these minions, these morons, I want them to know who they support. And I want people to start understanding this is the guy who really, really, really painted the Wells as these evil people. These evil people. And then if you could just start putting it together, people, you could see the Klingons of this guy, this and that. So in case anybody missed it, they're coming in late, I apologize to, where's the person at? Are they even still in here? Molly's Grifton Academy. I think I timed you out when you first came in here, or asked somebody to. My bad. I didn't know the name. I don't necessarily like when people want us to catch them out. Mother, wait, hold on. People are texting me stuff. What is this? Michael Crowe. Okay, holy shit. Oh, damn. Oh, God. Well, I don't even need to say this anymore, but I will. Thank you. If your name is Carol, thank you. Okay, but I will still say this. You can get me in contact with the Crowe family, which I believe I just got the information. And boy, is it about to go down. Or somebody the scumbag put in prison. Okay. Not anybody. You got to do a little research. You got to sift through, like, what was it for? Get a hold of me. Okay. This is just basically a taste of his own medicine. Okay. That's all it is. You do not get to make thousands of dollars off Summer's name and drag these grieving parents through the mud. You don't get to do that. You don't get to team up with people who are criminals, have ripped off people on the internet, have done scumbag things, live with their fucking grandma. You don't get to do that, bro. You can do it all you want. But you using Don, now I'm going to use you and show the internet how much of a piece of shit you are. You want to use Summer for clout? I'm going to use you for clout. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins. Why couldn't you done something like good for Summer's case as ex-law enforcement? Why, bro? Why? And the shit you pulled in the Gabby case, bro. Come on, man. It hurts to sit up here and denounce ex-law enforcement. Come on, dude. You're not a good person. You're not a good person. No bueno. No bueno, Chris. No bueno. All right. Storyline. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. Let me see if Wifey wants to come over here and say an ending piece. I think people liked the little collab we did on the last live. Noelle, come on in the room and take the microphone. Maybe I should start doing a little couples channel on the other channel, the second channel. The second channel is really just a gas chamber. That's the gas chamber. When they gaslight me on the internet, then I do one of these, and then I make a meme video on the second channel. It's like the gas chamber. But I think maybe one in the chat, maybe me and Noelle should do some collabs. Where you at, lady? Clothing removal auction. I request hat removal, please. $5 for the hat? It's gone. What's up? 10 for the shirt. When do we get to sit around in a fire pit and just talk and sing? Yeah, we used to do the fire pit lives. You're right. We can sit out here and bullshit for a little bit. What we got? We'll hang out for a little bit. You're right. There's no rush. I was rushed going into this, so I feel rushed. My boss came by. I try to actually set the live for time and really want to be here and hit live when it's scheduled. But it seems like every time I do that, it's like 10 minutes plus. I have a problem with my bank, with my card. It's a problem with it. So I had to give him a void check to get the direct deposit in a different account number, and he came over, but of course he came over at 8:30. And speaking of banks, man, you guys got to pay attention to what's going on in the world, man. Look. I would highly recommend going to the Blaze, theblaze.com or the Blaze YouTube channel. Okay, I don't care what your politics are, man. Look here, man. With the banks, listen, man. China, Saudi Arabia, India, they've all teamed up with China, or Saudi Arabia, India, Russia, have all teamed up with, listen, they're devaluing our dollar. They're devaluing our dollar. It's already very expensive for things, people, very expensive. We're going to be facing hyperinflation, man. And
the shirt's going to come off, please. $5.
All right, I do it for $5. Hyperinflation.
Who's next?
Look, man.
Can you dance like Magic Mike?
I don't know what the hell he does. Look, hyperinflation, man, is bad. You can Google what's going on in Venezuela and see. My boy starting to strip poker. Yeah, listen, what's up? The pants can go for the 20 spot. The pants can go for 20. What's happening? Give me the socks. They can go for $1. I gotta put them back on.
Should I get you socks? Like,
what's up, Miss Harmony?
$2 per sock, Miss
Have to
Harmony.
catch up on the rewind. We're doing okay. I hope you're safe in your travels. I saw your comment a few lives ago. Holy shit.
What?
Thank you. The Blaze, you seen it, Dolly?
Well, I thought I saw about everything.
You should check it out, man.
I just locked the screen.
All right, you want to sit in the chair and give it a go?
I do. With you anyway.
I don't think he would allow it to happen either. Wait, I gotta use the bathroom.
I don't care.
Nobody even seen it. Just here.
So hi, how are y'all doing? He wanted me to come in and say hi, but I look like Ruby.
It's okay.
We bought hair dye. I think he
I use it in parody.
used it in a
Let
parody.
me go to the bathroom.
But I still look like a pop.
I didn't really realize that if I wear your bra and I use your hair products, that maybe I'm telling everybody what I'm using until after it was posted. You haven't seen the Bullhorn Betty one, it's pretty good. This is what I showed in the parody.
Yeah, and he tossed it at the wall. I'm like, it broke. Let's see, let's parlay a comment. Please, TV.
What do you think about Chris McDonough?
Are you asking?
Keep it real. What did he do to the kid?
I think that his higher ups knew what he was doing. They knew better, and they should have taken immediate action. But of course, they didn't, and so therefore, it makes them all guilty. You are not legally allowed to interrogate, question, or even bring in a minor for any extent.
That was 1980, though.
Of time without a legal representation, an adult or something.
Hold on, I'm gonna drop a whole shitload of links in the chat. I gotta check them out first.
Christina gifted 1 membership. Thank you. I love you, comrade.
Somebody sent me a whole crap load of stuff. Whoa. Overcharging their son. Wow. Oh, let me show you how to do this, babe. Hold on.
Well, I don't need your help. I know what I'm doing. Shush.
No, let me show you how to do this. Very easy.
I don't want to.
Look here. I want you to put this on the screen.
Okay, but I'm gonna do something quick.
Okay, I'm gonna drop this in the chat as well. People are sending me all types of stuff on this. Okay, let me jump in the chat right quick.
Hold on, I'm not done.
What are you doing? Thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. For real, man. Thank you. I'm going to drop some more stuff in the chat. Hold on. If you want to call the YouTube phone, anybody in the chat want to call?
You're right, Innocent. They did see and know exactly what was going on.
Mama Bear, Christina, Innocent.
At one
Holly.
point, they even
Let me get the YouTube
mentioned.
phone. Where's that? I'll get it.
Hold on.
I'll get it.
Hold on. I'll go.
No, I'll get it. I'll get it.
Relax. It's okay.
No, I want to put it on the screen. I want to show you how to do it, though. Noel, look. Look, let me show you.
I know.
So look.
I'll be back. Brib.
All right.
Brib.
Noel sings for us. That's actually a good one. She can sing pretty good. She don't think she can. I think she does karaoke real good. Is this the statute of limitation with this illegal activity? Look, to be honest with you, look, I thought the same thing, Love to Love. But in that video, the first one that I played, let me get the dates right before I say this. I don't know when they made the minor thing illegal. Okay, this is this was January of 1998. You would think it would be illegal, right?
So you need to make room for my BS. You invited me.
Don't sit down. Look what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do, I got
$5 and I'll take off my shirt.
I got. Listen, look. I got
Stop,
Twitter.
whisper.
Hey,
You need
look.
to go nice. I'm looking. I know. I see what you're doing, babies. I know how to do it.
I got Twitter pulled up, right?
Yeah.
Look.
I know what you're doing. You're gonna click it and show it.
No. I go like this. I hit present this, and then I just go to Twitter right here.
Okay.
That's it. And then share. It's gonna bring me to Twitter, and I sent you something at the very bottom. Look.
I'm pinned.
So we click that, and then look. Now it's on the screen. Look, pay attention.
I'm paying. I'm looking.
So I could look.
I am Matthew. I'm
share
looking.
This. You put share this instead, and then view StreamYard. Then bam, it's on the screen, and then you're over here. So what you just do is pay attention.
If you say pay attention,
You're not even paying
I'm
attention.
closing my. I'm trying to look and
So
help
that-
you
so-
and do everything.
No, I don't need it. You need to just pay attention. So now you go over here, and then it's not going to show you, but you know you're there. But you could actually go back there if it was a video, but you have to read this.
I'm looking.
Now read it to them.
Read it?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
I don't know if they could see it. They could see this.
Can y'all see it? Press 1 if you can
No,
see
they
it.
can't read it. It's too small. I have to zoom it in.
So zoom, no go.
You see what I'm saying now? Now look, stop sharing, stop sit, view StreamYard. This is what StreamYard looks like. So now to stop sharing this, you ain't paying attention.
I am paying attention. I'm helping. Now, quit telling me to pay attention. I know.
Here, read that. Read the first paragraph. read from here to here.
Remove action chair. Okay.
They can't see it. I have to zoom in, and on that computer, it's black.
And they can see me though. Okay, so just this. It says, it's blinding me is what it says. Okay, it says they had taken both children away from us, said Cheryl, referring to Michael and his own sister and his other sister Shannon. They were both put in protective custody at the Polinsky Center. We had no contact whatsoever with them. They would not allow us to call them, go see them, anything like that. It turned out police investigators were questioning Michael as he was in protective custody. Stephen Crowe says that led to some shocking news. Well, I just reading this brings back the memories of watching it, and it was really just horrible and disgusting. And I'm just really surprised that they allowed that to go. But what can you do, right? Okie dokie. So it says, well, then they called me on the phone and said, we've arrested the murderer of your daughter. I said, who? They said, your son. I said, what? As if it wasn't bad enough having our daughter murdered, then all of a sudden they dropped this on us, she said. The case against Michael Crowe fell apart after the defense attorney insisted the police test the closing of the mentally ill prowler named Richard Tootie. Stop it, Whisper and Cat, stop boxing. Okay, Tootie, in the Crowe's neighborhood that night. The patrolman who responded and saw an open, stop, you're gonna make that an open door to the Crowe's house, but failed to investigate. I know, she's insane. Forensic testing ultimately showed Tootie's clothes were stained with drops of Stephanie Crowe's blood. The Crowe's lawsuit against the police from Escondido and Oceanside claims violation of the Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. The police interrogated the boys for hours and on end and lied to them about evidence. The Escondido officer lied to the grand jury, claiming the knife that belonged to one of the boys had blood on it. You want me to read the whole thing?
No, that's good. You hit stop sharing.
Okay.
You have to go back to StreamYard.
All right, here we are. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a little fun with the comrades. So we'll hide it because, you know.
Show them Whisper.
Whisperty-doo-dah. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, girl. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. We love you. We love you. She loves hugs. Oh, I should have named her Olaf if she was a boy. Night, Mama.
Over here. What's this?
Where is it? Does she look like me? Look at the camera. Look, they say your owner and your dog look alike. So I'm not sure if Musclehead over there looks like Whisper or if I do.
Yeah, what is it?
What do you think? 1 for Whisper looks like Musclehead. 2 for she looks like me because she's absolutely perfect and beautiful in every way.
You're gonna start knocking shit over.
Of course, you wanted her all hyper and hopping.
I'm happy.
You got what you wished for. So can I stay live while you're shazowering? We've been on for 2 hours already. Holy cow. Okay, so I hit.
Talk about Don Candy.
Okay, so I do have, y'all melt my heart. Mama and you smelled something else. I have a really sweet tribute for summer coming up. I was speaking with Don yesterday, and he had told. Oh, Don's in the chat. Hey, Don, where are you? I don't see you. Say hi. Say hi. If you'd like to hit the link, you're welcome. If you're done with supper and you'd like to hit the link, I'm gonna.
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna post it right now. So I literally had a great chit chat with Don, and he explained some things to me that I've never heard, and I'm not sure how many others have heard it. And because of that, I've decided that I want to talk about it, and it's really just the sweetest story ever, and it kind of melted my heart as soon as I heard it. You are more of a pit bull than Whisper. Yes, P.A., I know.
What are you doing, girl?
I'm sweet and I'm innocent and defenseless, but absolutely no one likes to believe me. And I cannot help it. So it is what it is. We're all entitled to think and believe in what we want to. So have at it. I could be a pit bull. I could be a poodle. I think I would be like a Great Dane. Big and loving and cuddly and huggy. Super lazy. I did drop it. Drop it like it's hot. And I dropped it again. Noel, can you ask Don what Summer's favorite color is? Well, he just heard me read it, and if he decides to answer it, he will type it in the chat.
What's up? What's going on?
Anyway, yeah, so I have this awesome tribute for Summer. I'm just going to wait for a little bit more details. I just want to be able to add as much to it as possible. It really is a beautiful story. And I'm not sure if anybody else has spoken about it or even has any clue about it. So I figured it would be something really fun to share with you guys, just to give you like a little bit of an idea of, how special Summer is to her family. And, at the end of the day, like them, love them, or hate them, they do not deserve what's going on. And they sure as shit don't deserve all y'all's negative, nasty comments. And 99% of y'all couldn't handle what they are going through and what they have been going through every day for the last 2 years. So, say what you will. It's your opinion, and it doesn't matter to me. It's relevant. I will pick pink hearts for someone. That is beautiful. I like that. Pink hearts. Can we get pink hearts for Summer? So yeah, that's coming up very soon for you guys, because I really do think that it's, there's so much concentration and focus on the negativity, right? And nobody really cares about the truth and the good, positive things. And that's what really sucks. So, my goal is to just bring out the better, happier things that I can. And then you guys will actually end up.
Don says to tell Cash, thanks.
Cash, Mr. Wells, Don said thank you. And he thanks everybody in the chat for being, kind and supportive and standing up for him. Well, the real ones in here, of course. The ass has to well.
Bro, he has no content, bro. That's all he's gonna do.
So yeah, my goal, actually, I have a lot of different things that I do have planned. So they'll just be drip and drabs. My goal is to just take the focus on like the positive aspects and move forward. You can't hate somebody and discuss it. The stupid same old crap every day, over and over and over and over again. I think it's so old. Just like, y'all think it's a joke when I'm like laughing at you guys for saying, Cash Garden family says you're welcome. Y'all think it's a joke when I say like, come up with better insults towards me, because it's not even like enjoyable or funny. Like it's not even amusing anymore. If you're gonna talk to it, at least make it
Don't show the
I'm not. At least make it something I can at least enjoy and laugh with too. Okay, Don, I have you right there with the speaker, so you're free to speak. I have Mr. Wells on the phone right now, everybody.
I just wanted to thank the Cash Journey family, I guess is how you say it, and all the real people, friends, and support that we have out there for our daughter, and we appreciate it very much. So thank you.
So tell them that he didn't even know about the case, and I had to tell him who was involved in it, and I was telling him, well, tell him that. Remember?
Yeah. Well, you did tell them. Don, you know, people have, you know, busy lives and they live in areas and they have different lifestyles and they don't always keep up with, you know, the internet and stuff. And he didn't know about a lot of cases.
Well, he didn't know about the Cash Gurney case. That's why I'm breaking it down to him.
The Wells about the Cash Gurney case. But wait, because there's a comment for him. Can you not?
Yeah.
So, I gotta go up and find it again. Anyway, Zigzag says, Don, turn the rest of the liars over to the Lord. Sit back and watch.
Amen. Amen. Well, he's got that right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
One thing y'all don't know is that Mr. Wells is extremely religious and he continuously mentions Bible verses and talks about things that I don't think most people would know. You can read the Bible 100,000 times in your life, you know, and you're never going to really know everything that's in the Bible. It's not meant to be 100% fully understood.
Give us a verse, Don, of something pertaining to YouTube.
I'm with you guys, you know, and everybody out there. I'm trying hard, like you guys, to do the right thing, you know, and get my family involved in church and change myself. And pray for everybody out there for change, to do better, you know, and that's all we can do. So, you know.
Yeah. One thing that I can say is that if anybody actually sat down and spoke with Don and gave him a chance to just talk and not listen, but hear him, like take everything he says in and focus and absorb it, you really will learn a lot from him. He's super intelligent. He's really somebody who's that you can enjoy speaking with and being friends with, and he definitely teaches you more things than you would expect. So I do want to say that about Don. He really is a very awesome person, very kind, very friendly. And I'm happy that I got to meet the Don that he is today and not the Don that he was in the beginning.
You thought that he was?
I didn't think, and never once, and you know that, did I ever say Don was a bad person or involved in any way. So cut the shit and get in the shower.
I thought the wrong way.
I have had plenty of different ideas and thoughts and conspiracies, and you know what? I think everybody does, but it's important to look at every situation in every angle possible and take in all the different aspects and then put it together and, you know, flip it around, jump around, and see what you come up with. And I've never once blamed you for anything. I've never really blamed.
That's how we think, you know, we all do that.
I wish people were more like that and open-minded and really did want to talk and understand and learn, because I think that if they did, their life would be better. They would be happier people, you know, like we were talking about. It's so much easier to be a negative, nasty person, you know, negative Nancy's, and it takes a lot of effort to be happy and positive. So if we can all just focus on doing that, I think that we would all do better in life.
I think a real big problem that we have is a lot of people out there, you know, on like meth, for instance, they're not in their right frame of mind. Like they can't reason, they can't think right, and it's just
They don't do meth and make Don and Candace live streams, do they, Don?
Oh my goodness gracious! Why ever would they do that? I have a question for you, Mr. Don, and it's up to you. If you don't want to answer it, say no. But do you remember the day that you woke up and things changed and you were like, you know what, today I'm going to have a different outlook on life and I'm going to try to be positive? And if you do remember, can you explain a little bit of that to us?
Well, I mean, years ago, you know, I was in a lot of trouble, jail, And I knew, you see some of the people in jail for various things. Like, man, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to go down this road anymore. You ask God, to help you change, and you start studying the Bible, and He'll help you to change.
Were you stuck? Were you stuck in that rut for so long that it was actually hard for you to get out of it?
Yeah, we're all in this world together, and there's so many wrong roads that we could all go down, and we got to try to hold each other up and lead each other in the right direction.
Yes, Dudley. Right.
We all got problems.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Don. I just want to let you know that Mama Bear says, creatively inspired.
All you good people out there, I'm very thankful for you guys. Very thankful.
Yeah. Exactly, Denise. They came to YouTube for help and got stomped on. Absolutely. People that had absolutely no clue whatsoever what the world of YouTube was like, and all they did was want help and exposure and people to help them find the baby girl, and they were spoken to with a forked tongue. They were lied and manipulated, and unfortunately, they didn't know who to believe and who not to believe. Just go figure. My loss was the first freaking person I ever met on YouTube was Marissa. How much luckier can a gal get? And so, that's just my experience. And then Don and Candace, they have all these vultures coming at them, and they are swearing, praying, and they're willing to sell their kidney and do all kinds of nonsense just to get their faith and their belief, them to believe them, and then they turn and stab them in the back. But it's not one person; it's many people over and over and over and over again. And I'm very sad that they had to learn this lesson at such a terrible time in life. Just think of what y'all are doing to this family. It's not okay in any way.
I think everybody's learned from this, and I learned a lot about myself. I have a long ways to go, I'm still learning. I've made a lot of, I'm far from perfect, as everybody, can see. But
you know what? You're allowed to be whatever the hell it is that you are. Nobody understands what you're going through, and I can't really say that and be accurate without lying, because there are people out there that understand and know what you're going through. But at the end of the day, they are tearing you down and ruining your lives more than it's already been ruined. Just when you think things can't get bad enough, boom, whoop, there it is. It's not okay. It's not okay. And these people really do need to learn morals and respect. They really do, and they have to stop picking on people and attacking victims' families, because you know what, you're just as much as a victim as all of your children are.
Right. We're trying. We're just trying to do the right thing. Made a lot of mistakes, and I just want to do the right thing. And I pray for everybody. We got to pray for even our enemies, that they can get on the right path too. So.
That's true. That's the hardest part of it, being Christian, man, is what you just said. That's what I struggle with. To be a real Christian, you do have to pray for your enemies. You have to pray for people that you strongly dislike. That's very hard for me to do, man.
I hope your brakes go out going down a hill. I pray a flower pot falls off a windowsill and knocks you in the head like I'd like to. Sorry, I was praying for them. No, it's just a joke, a tasteless joke. One moment, baby. Was there a time where that you maybe went through a phase where you were losing faith, or was your faith in the Lord always strong, or was it a struggle to keep it?
When all this first happened, when we had all our kids, we was trying to get in church. We were still stumbling, you know, thinking that drinking a little alcohol here and there was okay, smoking around weed's okay, but it's not. It's not. I realize that now. Because it's a gateway to other things, especially alcohol. It's a gateway to everything, you know. You get drunk, you know, you get stupid real quick. But, you know, your emotions run wild. But I know better now, you know, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about people, things I've never known in my entire life. But yeah, when all this first happened, I completely lost my mind. I really, really did. I feared for Summer's life so desperately, and that's why I turned to YouTube, because I was just in my mind thinking, you know, she's crying for her daddy. She wants me to save her. There's nothing I could do. The only thing that I could do is I knocking on everybody's doors and stuff, and you know, and people don't like that. But
I mean, like, people were attacking me because I went to a meet and greet. At least I was like man or woman or whatever you want enough to show up in person and not Twitter finger my way into the crap talking, you know. I was willing to give her a chance to come outside. It is what it is. But I just realized that as I commandeered his life, it's 10:55 p.m., which means us old folks have to go to bed because we have to get up early tomorrow because that old man right there has to go to work, and this old lady has to wake up to make sure he has breakfast and lunch made. So I am going to bid you all adieu. Don, thank you so much for saying a few words to the YouTube family members.
Hey, when Erin gets moved in, she was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you that.
She said she's going to call me next week, and we're going to set something up.
Noelle's going to schedule a live for, I'll probably do a follow-up on that. So if you want, I'll talk to you before that, but that'll be good because she got shut down on Idiot's channel.
And I'll be texting Don here soon, too.
All right, bro. Yeah.
God bless everybody. Thank you.
Yes, God
Y'all
bless
be safe.
everybody. Be safe, and please don't get up the face, and please do the right thing. If you know, that saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Practice it. Okay, guys, we love you very much. Our amazing YouTube family, thank you so much for hanging out.
Hey, y'all.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Unfortunately, we didn't get him down to his birthday suit, but maybe next time. Okay, I love you. Be good, and I shall see you guys next time.